Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Oshinoko season 2 episode number 13 reaction. Before I begin, there might be like sound coming out from the outside. Festival, and stuff is going on, so it might be a little bit distracting. So, I apologize for that in advance. Right, so the previous episode of Oshinoko, we went to what was the name of the place? I forgot the name of the place. Anyways, basically Aqua's hometown, and over there to like for the music video and everything, we went there, and Aqua went around along with Akane, going through the different places, going to the hospital, and a few other things he did. While over there, Ruby was busy filming for the music video and everything, and then later on Ruby also went around like like the different places. This is where in the end she stumbles upon Aqua's what was his name, Goro, I think, yeah, his body, which was taken to a side, and there's the ID card on it as well, so it's confirmed that it's him. So we all know how Ruby respected and loved him. So, and he, one of the reasons why she wanted to become an idol was so that she thought that if she'll become like famous, then maybe he'll come at one of their like idol concerts or something like that, she thought. And now in front of her, this is what she's seeing. So her whole star drastically changes, and it goes kind of crazy. So I don't know how she's going to react here. Obviously she's definitely not going to react in a good way, but I wonder what extent will it go. So let's see what happens. This is the final episode of this season, so let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, because they found the body. Oh, Aqua's. Yep. Aqua's. Yeah. There you go. Aqua's there. Hmm. Okay. Okay, her star is still, like not. It hasn't darkened. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, I see. That's why he. Okay, interesting. Oh, I didn't realize that's what he's doing. Like, okay. And that's why he's apologizing so much. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, is she thinking that he's his he's a dad or something? Because I don't think she's thinking he. No, but hmm. I don't know what exactly Akane understood there, but you know. Damn. Oh wow. Yeah, she can control it, but she cannot this time. Yeah, he's gotten like real closure. But we know what's lurking in the background. You know, their father. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting this though. What the hell? Oh, okay. Alright, I wasn't expecting that though, but you know, he actually got closure, but we know what's lurking in the background. We saw that in the end. Right. Yeah, Ruby's. Oh no, is she going to go on like a revenge thing for, like, just like how, just like how, what the hell? What is, yeah. Yo. Oh boy. Ugh. Yeah. Oh boy. Wow. Damn. Damn. Right. Oh boy. Oh my god. Wait, she said now maybe maybe she'll this is hinting heavily towards Aqua being Goro. I don't know if Ruby will pick up on that. What? Oh. Oh, him, the one who killed. Yeah, and the other one was that dude? Their actual father? Yeah. 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 Yeah, that wasn't the case before, but she has changed. Hmm. Hmm. She didn't comment on Ruby though, but Ruby's situation is different now. She's not like okay at all. Ah, okay, that is true. Damn, the crows are just okay. I think she'll regain her individuality here. Yeah. Yep, I was just saying that. A few moments ago, I was like, maybe she'll go on a revenge. Oh god, this is crazy. So, from Aqua, it's just transferred to Ruby now. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. This is crazy. Well, Hmm. Okay. Mencho's face. Hmm. What's the thing with Ruby, I guess? Hmm. It's kind of difficult to piece everything about this case, at least, unless and until you know about the whole reincarnation thing, which is difficult to even imagine. That was something I wasn't expecting. Oh, Arima's here. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, about that. Oh, she said it. Yeah. Mm, I think she's faking to be asleep. She'll probably wake up and do some like investigation or something. Oh, never mind. Yeah, she was. Oh my. She's putting things together. If Akane says what she knows. Oh no. Yeah, Ruby's gonna put things together. She'll realize Aqua's Goro. Well, it's done. She'll piece things together now. Yeah. Yeah, she already pieced things together, or is piecing things together. It doesn't matter. Oh boy. Damn. Hmm. We know what Ruby is going to say. Uh, oh, damn. Well, Aqua has given up on that. So, oh, this is a music video. Okay. Poppin 2. Damn. Okay. Yo, Ruby. Yep, her star has completely changed. Okay, you can see the different times they have, a few of the scenes you can see the stars are white, a few of them are is dark, so you can see like the different times they uh, shot the video. A few of them were before the incident happened, a few after the incident happened, you know. How much views live it? Okay. All right, it worked then. Oh. Oh, that was random. What? That was randomly abrupt, like suddenly like a half year time skip? Like what? Alright. That was just yeah, okay. Alright, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get a season three. I think it has already been confirmed as I've been hearing news, it's yeah. So alright. Damn, a few things happened today. Okay, I'll talk about it. Let the ending end. Huh. This is I just realized this is where the star kind of changes. Oh yeah. Oh, with this there's something left. Oh, is this when it happened? Oh my god. No wait, who's this? What the hell? Who's this? What the hell is going on? Oh my god, his stars are huge and it's dark. Okay, I'm very confused. The ending. What the hell was that? Who I thought that was they're showing like Goro's death scene or something. Like when Goro died, something like that. No, this is some other girl. Who is this? Like she was like a this person was a budding talent. You can see the star in both her eyes. But it as she died, little by little, it dimmed and went away. Am I supposed to know this character? I genuinely cannot recognize this person. Is this like a random, like a person who? Okay, yeah, and obviously in the end, we see that dude, um, their Ruby and Aqua's father, like actual father. Um, right. I have a lot of questions. I think everything will be answered later. Okay, first and foremost, let me check something first. Um, Next season, has there been any like announcement like when exactly is it going to happen? No, no such. I'm guessing next year sometime. Definitely not this year. Next year. Huh. Right. All right. Yeah. So that was today's episode. Now, yeah, I have a lot of questions, and I'm just gonna wait for the next season to explain everything. Now, a few things I want to talk about in today's episode. First and foremost, um, that whole scene with that girl. Who? Okay, I'm like, you know what? I'm genuinely curious as to like what's going on with that white-haired girl. Like why does she know all of these things? Is she like some kind of a supernatural entity or something? It seems like that. She like otherwise how does she know any of this? You know, and she knows like all the like inside information, and she doesn't look like that old either. Like she looks like some 10-year-old or something. I don't know how old she is. But she knows an awful lot of information for someone of that age. And so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe she's like some kind of supernatural entity or something. Like I don't know, maybe some kind of a. At first I thought ghost, but I don't know. I don't think she's a ghost. She's some kind of a like a I don't know, like a supernatural entity, like a yokai or something. I don't know who she is, or maybe like some kind of a like a what, I have no idea. Anyways, but I think she's some kind of supernatural entity. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Why does she know all of this? Who fed her this information? It doesn't seem anyone told her all of this. She herself, I think, she knows all of these things. And I could understand if she was like, I don't know, like 30 or 40-year-old lady. Maybe she has some inner information from stuff. I could understand. She looks like a 10-year-old kid. A 10-year-old kid getting to know all of that information definitely is very suspicious. So I think she's some kind of a supernatural entity. Otherwise, she wouldn't have all these inside information. You know. So yeah. So I don't know what's going on. Let's wait and see. Because I was genuinely convinced that this show is the only part supernatural part of this show would be the reincarnation thing. That was something that I like convinced myself, but maybe not. I'm not really like sure which direction they're trying to take this. Like but yeah, I was like 100% expecting like no other weird thing are going to happen. Like only the only weird thing, like not weird, but I guess the only different thing in this show would be the reincarnation, and that's it. That will be all. But I feel like now it's like going a different direction. So you know what? Let's wait and watch. I guess we'll have to wait for the next season to get more information. Either way, that was one thing I want to talk about. Also, it was very interesting to see basically Aqua's revenge just go to like Ruby. Like immediately it shifted to Ruby now. Now you can see that Aqua has genuinely just like been like, yeah, you know what, my revenge is over, I've gotten closure, everything is fine. However, Ruby, now that she has this information, she is like, I'm going to kill that person. Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, I'm very, like, I wouldn't call happy, but I'm very like intrigued and I'm very curious and I'm very I don't know, like, I like this development. That's what I'm trying to say, because it's very interesting, because up until now we've never seen Ruby like this before. You know, you could kind of say that all the character development that someone got was Aqua. Aqua got, I think, pretty much most of the character development. Ruby was just there. She was just there as an idol, and I think in the first season, at the very first few episodes, you can see they were trying to kind of build her up as a character, like, oh, I'm going to like become an idol like my mom, this kind of thing, and she's this charismatic girl, who wants to, like these type of things was there. That was just it. That was all. I feel like even Arima and Akane got more character development than Ruby up until now. And now I kind of appreciate the direction where this is going. This, like, this whole change in the whole, like, revenge thing, it makes me feel like from here onwards Ruby's going to get the character development, because everyone else has gotten their, like, own share of character development. Ruby was just there. She's just this, like, person, and that's just it. She wants to become an idol, and that was all. So I don't know. I like this development, at least. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more of Ruby's character development from here onwards, because yeah, things will change. From the looks of it, things will definitely change, because now she's hell bent on revenge, and in a way, I guess you could say. Oh, also another thing, she put two and two together and realized that Aqua, or did she? I'm not 100% sure. In the end, she said that, I hope brother. Okay, you know what? I'm not really sure. I was going to say, I think Ruby put two and two together and realized that Aqua is Goro, you know, but I don't think that was mentioned anywhere. I just kind of came to that conclusion. Probably not. Like, what she knows now is that Aqua is trying to find their mom's killer. That is the only thing that she has realized. Now, I don't think she still has realized the fact that Goro is Aqua. Because I thought, like, when, like, when Akane was giving her information and said, and that girl also said, the crow girl also said that, I'm going to, what did she say? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, she said that that day, like, Goro died on that day, just like one life, got extinguished. Like, on the same day, I gave birth, and a life was formed. So I thought from this, Ruby's going to put two and two together, because the only person who can probably get to the bottom of this whole, like, Aqua's true identity is Ruby, because Ruby is a similar person like Aqua who got reincarnated. So in her head, that is a parameter that you know that is applicable. She can apply that parameter, the reincarnation parameter, into her deductions. And the reason why I said, like, nobody can get to the bottom of this, you know is because everyone else, like, the reincarnation parameter isn't there in their brain. Even if Akane is extremely smart, I don't think she'll ever be able to come to the conclusion that Aqua is a person who got reincarnated or something, because who thinks of that? No, does any, like, person, like, think that, oh, this person got reincarnated? I don't think so. Nobody thinks like that. So like, the reincarnation parameter is missing in most people's brains, except Ruby, because Ruby herself is someone who got reincarnated. So the only person I think who can figure out that Goro is Aqua is Ruby. And the amount of information she was fed today by that girl was huge. And then Akane said same thing in the end, where she was like, oh, Aqua's trying to find someone. So I thought she was going to put those two together and come to the conclusion that Aqua is Goro. But I don't think she still hasn't. I don't think she's come to that conclusion still. But she has come to one conclusion, which she's actually correct about, is that Aqua is trying to find their mother's killer. But obviously she doesn't know that Aqua has stopped. Like, his investigation has ended. She doesn't know that. So that's the thing. But anyways, like I said, I like the direction this is going. I like the fact that we're hopefully we'll be getting more Ruby's character development, because she was just there, and there barely was anything happening with her. I guess we were just focusing on Aqua up until now, but I feel like that's kind of what can I say? Like, it's a bit, yeah. But I'm glad like we're kind of focusing on Ruby now, because this is a show about Ruby and Aqua. So up until now, Ruby's been getting all the character development. So I was like, okay, like what about Ruby though? Isn't she also part of the whole thing? But yeah, now I think we're going in that direction. So I like it. So let's wait for the next season. Also, another unexpected thing in today's episode is Aqua, I guess, like getting together with Akane. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. You know, so that came out of the blue completely, because the way the things were going, I thought like when Akane was like, oh, like I wanted to talk about about this, so that like come to a proper conclusion. I'm not good enough for you, this and that, she said, and then she was going to leave. I thought that would be it, and Aqua would be like, yeah, I'm sorry for doing everything, maybe like give her a hug or something, and that would be it. They would break up or something, like officially. But Aqua went in a completely opposite direction. I wasn't expecting that at all. So I like, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like Akane, or like that kind of thing. I like Akane. I really like Akane. She's a really good character. But I just don't like this whole thing, like Aqua and Akane, at all. I've always said this from the very beginning. I really like wanted Ruby to get together with, not Ruby, sorry, what the hell. that, that was going to be a wide statement. Sorry about that. You know how I mix up Ruby and what's her name? Arima's name, because like, because Ruby, I always like the color red. With Arima, I kind of mix that up. And Arima, I always like like thought that Arima's going to get like I'm not thought, but I wanted to like Arima to get together with Aqua. I guess if Aqua had to get together with someone, I preferred it to be Arima. So like I said, it's not that I don't like Akane. That's not the thing. I really like her, because I feel like um, she's very interesting. Like her whole like like I'm going to um, if needed, I'm going to fall into hell together with you. That kind of thing. But like, I think I said this in the one of the previous episodes as well, that this is like really not good for Aqua as a character, because Aqua is the type of person who definitely goes overboard, and he there is a possibility that he will actually just fall into these type of like like situations, and at that time Akane would be someone who's going to support him, and they're going to get dragged more deeper and deeper into that whole thing. I don't think that is okay. That's like a destructive type of like like a thing. So I've always believed that Akane would be someone who's not fit for Aqua, because their personality are too same. Like, any type of mistake one will make, the other will probably go along with it and support them with the other. Not only for Aqua, I feel like the reverse also applies. If Akane does something like that, Aqua's probably going to support her, and that's going to make the situation even worse. Both of them will get dragged deeper and deeper into that, while Arima is completely the opposite. And because of how Aqua and Arima's personality is completely in the opposite direction, if one makes a mistake, the other will drag them out, and if Arima makes a mistake in her own way, Aqua will probably drag her out. So that's something that I always like thought, that that's why it's going to go in that direction. So seeing this, I'm not really yeah. So that's the whole thing. Also, scratch all of that. I'm just talking like like the technical reason why I preferred Arima to be with Aqua. I just personally prefer Arima. Like that's like the main one of the main reasons. Like at the end of the day, that's where it like amounts to. If I personally prefer Akane more than Arima, I probably would have been very happy with this whole development. But since I personally prefer Arima, that's why I'm a bit like yeah. But I guess like nothing you can do about it. Um, yeah, but that was unexpected. I just don't know. I, I just feel bad. But you know what? Whatever, I guess. Yeah. Okay, like yeah, I'm not going to dwell on this. Let's just move on. But yeah, I just wanted to like say this and kind of like elaborate on this because yeah, again, like I said, it's not that I don't like Akane or anything. I like Akane, but it's just that it's like personal preference, and also like I said, technically and logically speaking about the whole situation, I feel like Arima is more compatible with Aqua in that sense. Like each of them can help the other, like and save them from going into a certain direction, like a bad direction. Like that's how, since their personalities clash and their personalities are kind of in the opposite direction, each can help in their own department. Like just let's take an example in situations like this where it goes dark and you're like moving down a dark path where Aqua is a high tendency of Aqua going towards, Ruby can drag him out of them. Also, vice versa, in situations where Ruby is none the wiser and she suddenly goes into a certain situation where she herself doesn't know what she's getting into and she falls into a trap, Aqua's brain and his tendency to, like have this type of a personality will help, like bring Ruby out of a like tricky situation, like not Ruby, sorry, god damn it, Armia out of a tricky situation like that. So each have their own like distinct personality, and in each distinct direction where each can help the other when they fall into the opposite direction. Like where Aqua needs to be saved, Arima can save him. Where Ruby needs to be saved, like god, why, where Arima needs to be saved, Aqua can save her. However, for Akane, I don't know. It seems like both are going to go in the same direction and just fall into like that pit. And because it's so yeah, so logically and like thinking about it and like thinking about it like that, without like taking any personal bias or preference into account. This is what I think. Taking personal bias and preferences into account, I just prefer Arima more than Akane. That's why. But I guess what can we do? Like nothing you can do about it. That's the only thing I'm not really, I'm kind of a little bit about. Just yeah, whatever. Just I'm just gonna ignore this whole thing. But yeah, I just feel bad for Arima at this point. Like after all that, and she kind of got an inkling in the end as well, where Akane was like, "Oh, it's not make believe anymore," and Arima's like, "Oh, like, like I hope it's not what I'm thinking." Yeah, yeah, and there you go. That was today's episode. Those were the main important things I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, and also the ending scene. I don't know what the hell happened in the ending scene. Who was that girl who suddenly like fell and died? Obviously, we know the guy. He is, like Ruby and Aqua's dad. I'm assuming that's what it's been hinted. But yeah, he himself said that, like in front of I's grave, like our daughter. Yeah, it's pretty damn obvious. Um, right, but I don't know who that random girl was in the end. Maybe that was actually some random girl, who we'll never see again. I guess she's dead, so right. But also, this dude, he has a star as well, both in both the eyes. Not only that, it's it's a dark star. So yeah, he's up to no good, obviously. Yeah. Right, and there you go. That was That was today's episode. Let's wait for the next season then. But yeah, this is an interesting ending. I liked the development for Ruby at least. Like where I don't know. I just appreciate the fact that Ruby is now going to get more character development. At least I hope so, because it seems like that. Because now Ruby has this whole dark star with her, and she's like, I'm gonna take revenge. So yeah, this is crazy. Just the revenge thing just switched hosts now. It's like a thing, like a like an entity which just transferred from Aqua to Ruby now, and you know, yeah. All right, and that was today's episode. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see where's that section? Okay, yeah. Obviously, the police got called. Ruby, was obviously in the middle of that whole thing. So like she's completely like completely distraught about the whole situation, and right. Um, Aqua was also there. He went there and saw the body. Obviously, this was what he wanted to do. He was trying to find his body, because obviously you'd want that. That's your own self from the previous life. Like the fact that it hasn't been found up until now, Aqua wanted someone to find him, and yeah, that was done. Right. And later on you can see Aqua sitting down and Akane there, Akane talking with Aqua. And Aqua here says like, I'm sorry Akane, but Akane is like, no, it's fine. Like, and this is where Aqua reveals that, one of the underlying reasons why I involved you in this is so that I wanted you to help me to find out the body. So at the end of the day, the fact that she brought Akane here as well also had a underlying reason behind it. So that's why he's apologizing. He's like, I've done this to you multiple times before, and I did it again. So I'm sorry. And obviously Akane says here that I think I understand now. Like you are someone who, is blaming yourself for any of this. Like, and she's like, why blame yourself? The person who's at fault here is the person who murdered that person. Okay, now here's one thing I'm not 100% sure what exactly happened here, but you see this part where Akane is like, oh, I see. So that is your, and then like she doesn't complete the sentence. What did she understand? I'm very curious about what she understood, because in no way can I think she understood that that was his previous reincarnation. Who would think like that? you know any normal sane person would think like that, that oh, that dead body is actually you from your previous life. No. And another thing, I could understand her coming to the conclusion if Aqua mentioned about this thing about, to her, that oh, you know what, I'm actually someone who got reincarnated. If he actually said that to her, then maybe I could understand Akane coming to that conclusion. On her own, coming to that conclusion is wild if that's actually what happened. So that's why I don't think that's what happened. I think I don't know what she thought, because at first I was thinking she was thinking like, oh, maybe that's his dad or something. But then I was thinking, no, that is a conclusion that she would never come to, because she knows, as Aqua told her before, that I'm trying to find my dad, you know, and whose eyes obviously, like I died. I'm trying to find my dad, and I have some business with him, that kind of thing. And then he also said that my dad has died. I think he said that, didn't he? Yeah, like the something like that he said in that one previous episode. He said all of that to Akane, but obviously he never mentioned that I'm someone who got reincarnated. So, oh, I guess maybe Akane is thinking that this is the dad who died, and he finally found his body or something. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm genuinely curious as to what type of conclusion she came to here. Yeah, because in no way did she come to a conclusion that Aqua is someone who got reincarnated from that. It's something else, which is probably, like, I think she probably thought that it's his dad he's trying to find and probably get a closure. Yeah, you know what? That would make sense, because she knows that Aqua was trying to find his dad. She knows that his dad is dead, and now she probably thinks that, oh, he knew where his dad has died and he brought me here to find him out, and we finally found him, his dead body over there. And now Aqua has finally got closure. Yeah, that seems more like it. That seems more like what she thought happened. Yeah, okay, there you go. So Akane says, like, it was the murderer who's at fault, you're not at fault. Um, right. Yeah, and then Aqua reveals that I knew that you would be the one to find who could find the dead body, and that's why I was feeding you information like that. I brought you everywhere. I'm sorry, I did it again. Okay, yeah, here we go. Aqua says that all this time I wanted someone to discover it. Akane, thank you for finding it for me. Right. So Akane here says, I see that man was your. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like 80% sure she came to the conclusion that that person is your dad. You know, right. And Akane probably thinks that Aqua wanted to find closure, and that's why, yeah. Okay, yeah, that seems more like it. Um. Okay, so yeah, and then he apologizes, and he says, like, like, I didn't want to use you again. Yeah, so this is why Akane says that I think I can finally bring my feelings into word. Um. Okay, so she says, yeah, I wanted to be there for you with the sense of guilt. Wanted to be there for you with that sense of guilt you carry. Yeah. Um. But I get it. Okay, so she says, Aqua-kun, yeah, you're better off without me. And then she's crying, and she's like, like, in her head, she's like, it's easy to stop my tears while I'm on stage, but I'm not really. Yeah, I cannot at this point, or at least. Right, and there you go. And then Aqua comes in, and he's like, don't worry, it's my turn to protect you, and he kisses her. Like, he himself instigated that kiss. Right. So yeah, there you go. So it's, like, anyways, I'm just going to brush over this because, like I said, I'm not happy with this. So I'm just going to brush over this part. But we all saw what happened, and yeah. Right. Good lord, that came out of the blue, and it, yeah. I'm not happy. I'm not on board with this whole. Yeah, it's just my bias speaking. I can see that, but whatever. I'll just, yeah, move on from this. Right. That was that, and there you go. That was that whole thing. Then we have the whole Ruby situation where Ruby is like outside, goes outside. She's like walking, like near the hospital, and suddenly she comes across this girl here, and she is saying weird things. She's saying stuff like, "Oh, you took that from the cops, didn't you? Like," and she like starts giving her information that no 10-year-old like her would know should know from anywhere. So something's weird is going on. I love the fact that Ruby doesn't even question her. She never asks, like, what the hell, like, what, what are you talking about? How did you get all this information? she just she's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, she says, by any chance, did you have a close relationship with the doctor, miss? If so, I could understand. Oh, she does say, like, there's no way a little kid like you would get it, so leave. Yeah, she does say that. But anyways, and a few other things she says later on is just so extremely weird and just makes no sense. So here she says, oh, where's that part? Are you sure about that? She says, I know what you want to know. Damn, crazy. Right, Ruby stops, and then. Okay, so then kind of like move on to the next scene where Ruby's there, and Anemone, she's like, oh, like, we had a tough time later, and she didn't realize they're talking to her. So when Arima's like, Ruby, they're talking to you, and Ruby's like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, don't worry, I'll be okay. Right. Yeah, and then you can see they are going to the like shooting location, and here Arima's like, bruh, this is crazy, like we're just manual laborers. Like, we have to just run around and like, like short dressed, like, dresses in the middle of the winter, while in the in the bustling heat you have to just wear like warm clothes just because the scene needs it to be like that. The shooting requires you to do that. Absolutely insane. She's like ranting about the whole experience, while Ruby's just there and she's remembering what that girl said to her. So, right, the girl said, long ago a famous idol gave birth here in absolute secrecy, and that person was her, in her charge. The doctor was thought to have gone missing for a long time, but the very day he fell out of contact. Oh, yeah, here's one thing I forgot about. Ruby never knew that Goro was actually. That was new information to her. Yeah, I never thought about that. Like, she never knew that Goro was like an eye was under Goro's care. So this is where I realized that both the deaths are probably connected by the same person. Goro's death and Ai's death. You know. Okay. So the girl says the doctor was thought to have gone missing for a long time, but the very day he fell out of contact was the day the idol gave birth. So here is the thing which I think is going to be a very big clue for Ruby to figure out in the future, maybe, that Aqua is actually Goro, because the way she said that, oh, the day that doctor gone missing, she gave birth. She knows, Ruby knows that one of the kids is me. What about the other kid though? So that's why I was thinking that she's going to figure it out today only. But no, I don't think she still hasn't thought of any of that. She now at least has come to the conclusion and deduced that Aqua is trying to find the killer. That's all. I don't think she still has realized that Aqua is Goro, which will probably happen later on. I can see that happening because she's the only one who can figure that out, because she herself is someone who got reincarnated. So that's why I think this is going to happen sooner or later. Well, she'll realize that the Goro and Aqua are the same person. Yeah, the doctor disappeared on such an important day. Okay, that's not the only fishy thing. She talks about two people being there in that hospital. One guy was around college aged at that time. Other was a school aged boy. The college aged boy, I'm assuming, is the dad, and the middle school age is that dude who killed I think. Yeah, so suspect in murder of I of B Komachi found dead. This person, or no, maybe, I'm not really sure. What? Who? Wait a minute. Who was the college? Wait, she said college age and middle school age. Didn't she say that? That's what she said, didn't she? One guy was around college aged, middle school aged. Wait a minute. Who was the middle school aged? I just assumed the college aged guy was their dad, but if it's actually the reverse, that's crazy. No, that'll be extremely weird. Because I don't know. Oh my god, I'm not really sure. You know what? Whatever. Let's just, yeah. Because the guy who killed I, he when he killed I, he was an adult. He seemed like an adult. Um. So okay, you know what? Let's see. A few years later, I learned who that was. The university, yeah, so university student who stabbed an idol eye into to death at her condo. So no, it is possible. Okay, you know what? It is possible that guy was middle aged, middle school aged at that time, because I gave birth, and wait a minute, when did I die? How old was Aqua and Ruby when I died? I don't remember. Were they like 3 or 4 year olds or something, or were they could speak at that time, didn't they? Yeah. So yeah, you know what? I'm not 100% sure, but okay. So the middle school kid was probably this guy who killed I. So I would say a few years passed after that. So he obviously grew up. He went to high school and then went to university. While the college aged kid was probably I and Ruby's father, who was there at that time. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, enthusiastic fan, stalker. You said there were two of them? Yeah, obviously she doesn't reveal the other person who is actually her dad. And she's like, oh, who knows? Like, you are the one who should figure that out. You know, there you go. And next we see in the scene where they're shooting the video, you can see Anemono is kind of like looking at everyone saying that, okay, Ruby's the, no, Arima's the one who is, has this impression of like, I'm going to do something, I'm going to be the best, that kind of thing. So she's going to sell a lot. That is crazy because that was literally not the type of person Arima was just before this season, but now she has changed so much. You can see that. And for Memcho, however, she's like Memcho is a bit different. It seems like she's restraining herself, and just some kind of like things that are kind of dragging her down and making her like not believe in herself, which we've seen. It's her age probably. She's like kind of always thinks about that, and so yeah. However, for Ruby, she's like, but Ruby seems like she's not even interested in doing it, you know, and something like that. She says like it seems like she's trying to copy someone. She doesn't have an individuality. And while she was saying all of this, you can see Ruby's time has come to do her part. So they're like, oh, Ruby, get ready. And Ruby's like, oh, okay. And she's thinking about all of these things in her head, about where's that part? Uh, about the culprits. She's like, there are two culprits. Mom had their future stolen at the age of 20, this and that. And the person, that guy took two people I hold dear from me, and he's still living carefree. I'm going to find him, and I'm going to kill him. And her eyes turn, that the star becomes like dark. Anemone sees that, and this is where Anemone was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I literally was saying she seems like someone who's copying someone else. But this is different. So this is where Ruby got her individuality, I guess you could say, in a way. Either way, that was that. And after that, the music video has been done. So they talk about when the music video will be done, when they'll leave. Anemone talks about the process, like offline editing, all that stuff. And then she also says like there's a few things I myself want to personally take my time doing, because obviously like like I'm someone who loves doing these things, so I'll take my time doing a few things. So that's that. And then we see Akane thinking about all this whole situation, the kiss and everything, in the hot spring. Arima comes in as well, joins her, and they kind of talk about a few things here. Arima reveals here that she's gotten like a chance to go do like a movie, so Arima's like, I'm so like envious of you, you know like. And then she also says here that like it's very important time this time. You have to ride this wave, which is true, and yet you tagged along on this trip. How long are you going to keep up this reality dating show act? At which Akane is like, oh, it's not an act anymore, I think. And Arima's like, what? And she's like, oh, I'm getting dizzy, goodbye. So yeah, like Arima is like, oh, I hope it's not what I think it is, right? And there you go. That was that. And then we have Akane come to her room. Ruby's there. Ruby asks her a few questions, and Ruby asks her about her brother. And Akane, this part is crazy. Akane starts talking about it, and Akane's like, oh, like like Aqua is trying to find someone. or no, not find someone. She says there's someone she wants to meet who's in the biz. That's what I think. And you can see Ruby's just looking at her, like with a big eye. And Akane like heavily like like omits a lot of things that she wanted to say here, just so that she didn't want to drag Ruby into this whole situation and didn't want Ruby to know. But Ruby has put most of the things together at this point because of the help of that girl. That girl gave her a lot of information. However, Akane thought like, oh, this little information might be okay, but that's all that it needed. Ruby immediately realized that my brother is also trying to find the killer, from this. And there you go. So Ruby asks a few questions, and Ruby's like, oh, who is he trying to find or meet? And Akane was like, oh, maybe some like some actor or actress or whatever. You know how Aqua is, and tries to brush that aside. But that's all that was needed. Ruby now knows. She put two and two together, and she realized he's trying to find the killer as well. But obviously, like I said, I don't think she still knows that Goro is actually Aqua. That's one thing she still has no clue, and she'll probably find out sooner or later. Either way, he's thinking like, she's just there, and then on the next day we see everyone's like making wishes, and like, like you can see everyone is like making their own wishes. Ruby's making her wish. Not Ruby, sorry. Akane, Arima, Aqua, not Aqua. I didn't hear Aqua's wish though. Wait, did we hear Aqua's wish? I don't think we did. That's weird. We got to hear everyone's wish, haven't we? Only Aqua was left out. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, only Aqua's the one whose wish we didn't hear. I do wonder why. Right, anyways, and here's the thing. I was thinking Ruby's going to say something like, oh, like I hope I can find that guy and kill him. But she says, I hope that Aqua quickly finds the guy responsible for Mom and Sensei's death. I guess that is the first step, because unless and until he finds that person, Ruby won't be able to go and take her revenge. So she's thinking like, oh, hopefully Aqua's able to find this person out. And then I'll take my revenge, or something like that she's probably thinking. Right. Okay, and then we have the music video in the end. I love the fact that in the previous season as well, we had like an idol concert in the end, and now we have in this season and we have a music video. I wonder if the next season ending will also have another music video, or like some performance like this at the final episode. That'll be very interesting. Anyways, you know what's interesting about this music video? The fact that Ruby has different expressions in different sections. You can see it's very different. A few sections you can see her star is completely dark, and a few sections you can see her star is completely white. So it's pretty obvious how the different sections have been like, captured in different parts. For example, the parts where they shot before Ruby found the dead body, those parts where you can see where she's like dancing happily with her star eye being white completely. And then there's a few other scenes later where you see she has like this crazy expression with her eyes, star eyes, being completely dark. Those are the sections they shot later after they found. You can see that. That's what's going on. And pop into this got how many views? Wait a minute. 30 million, or is it 20 million? What? That is insane. Wait a minute. Am I reading this right? It's very small, so I cannot properly. I think it's like 20 million or something. I'm not really sure. Anyways, or even if it's not 20 million, it's probably 2 million, something like that, like some crazy amount. But yeah, they, like this actually became a big hit. And then they suddenly like do a little bit of a time skip for 6 months, I think. Wait a minute. Okay, this in turn resulted in a huge rise in the B Komachi's name recognition. Right. Half a year had passed. Okay, so this part I was like, oh what? Like half year already passed. Ruby and I are second year high schoolers. Akane and I have moved on to the third year. Yeah. Okay, what the hell is this? Proposal. 15-year lie. Provisional. This is that guy's computer, isn't it? What's his name? No, no. Goto, no, Gotanda or something. I forgot his name. Is this his computer or is this someone else's computer? I don't know. Anyways, so okay, what else have changed? Now I'm very curious about a few things, because of this like time skip. Okay, a few of the scenes we see, I think these are the scenes we'll see in season three. There's someone fishing, and you can see Ruby's eyes are completely, and I think Aqua is missing his stars, isn't he? Yeah, Aqua's completely missing his stars, because we saw that it went away, it left his eyes, but Ruby has, yeah. Wait a minute, one thing. Wait. Just a minute. I need to check something. Oh, I just realized something. Up until now, Ruby had only one star in one eye. Now she, like, obviously it has gotten dark, or we can see that. But now she has stars in both her eyes. When did this shift happen? Wait a minute. Oh, it happened when her stars turned dark. That's when it happened. She got like stars in both her eyes now, and it's completely dark. Okay. Yeah, and like they kind of show what's going on, and there you go. And like I said, there's a few things I'm very curious about, which I'm guessing they'll all reveal in the next season. First and foremost, 60 months have passed. I'm pretty sure by this time, Aqua and Akane are going out, and Arima knows about it. So I wonder how she reacted, what type of situation she's in, that whole thing I'm interested in. Also, did Ruby just not do anything? She's just been waiting for Aqua to find out, uh, the killer. Is that what's happening? Is she just waiting now? All these questions I have, which I'm guessing next season will answer. Um, yeah, and I do wonder which direction Aqua will go from here as well, because I don't think she has any type of ambition now at this point. Like he did say that I want to find something for myself and like test things out. But it's not like any type of concrete goal he has. So yeah, we'll see, I guess. Right, and then the final scene after the after credit scene, someone has fell down from a cliff, and this guy, their dad, comes in and he's like, "Oh, are you alive?" And you can see the star from that girl's eyes little by little vanish, and he's like, "I told you, like, watch your step." So I'm guessing he pushed her down or something. Like, what happened? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And she says, "You murderer." Wait, so what does this guy do? Is this like what he does? Like gets together with like idols and like celebrities who have like bright future ahead of them, who's the stars, and then just kill them? Is that what he does? Because he did the same thing with I. Now we're seeing this girl the same. Oh my god, that is. Yeah, and we see this scene in the end. His eyes are also completely dark. The stars in his eyes. Exactly like Ruby, just like how Ruby is now. Yeah. And okay, wait a minute. Another thing. Okay, it's interesting because like I think I just realized it. Like whenever the star becomes dark, it kind of. Oh, I guess not. I do wonder if there's a significance with one star in one eye and star in two eye? Is it like extra? Because they show like the star is basically the factor that makes someone stand out, and like that makes someone like the star quality. Basically, that's what the star means. So does this mean having two stars is like extra star quality? Is that what it means? Instead of one star, because up until now Ruby had only one star in her eye. Now suddenly, as soon as it got dark, she has stars in two eyes. The guy in the end also has star in his two eyes, and it's dark completely. I think, excuse me. I also had two, yeah, two stars in her eyes. I also had. So I'm guessing that means extra star quality or something. Like instead of one eye, there's two of them. I don't know. So yeah, or I guess you could say, yeah, something like that. So I'm guessing Ruby, because up until now she just wanted to become this idol like his mother. That was all her goal. So there was like one star quality in one of her eyes, but now that she has like a concrete goal, and it's of the darker nature, that, oh, I want to kill this person, that maybe that's why it has gotten into both her eyes and both of them are dark. I don't know. But yeah, so quite a few questions. I'm sure most of them will be answered in the next season. So I'm looking forward to that. And that is it, guys. That was my reaction to Oshinoko season 2, episode 13. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the other anime that will be replacing this, or the animes that I'm currently reacting to. So yeah, until then, goodbye and have a nice day.